From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale, filling in for Chris Piner today. And joining me in the studio is Brad Litton, here to talk to us about an upcoming event featuring the Nashville Tribute Band. Welcome, Brad. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
First, before we talk about the event, I'd like to just, we gotta let everybody know who you are. You're Brad. You are musician extraordinaire. If you've ever heard the national anthem played on a guitar here in the Valley, it was probably him, and it rocks. Okay, so
it's a lot of fun.
It is, and you're very good at it.
Thank you.
So what are you here for? You're here to tell us about this this Nashville Tribute Band. How did you get involved in this?
My buddy Levi decided to try to get them to come to Vernal, and he called me up. He knows that I do music, and my dad and I have been involved with concerts before, and so he asked if we could help out and see what we could do. So he roped us into running sound.
Nice.
So that's how I got involved.
And he knew of this tribute band from seeing them, hearing of them before?
Yeah, I think that he's seen them perform before, and he's heard about them a lot. They've got 3 albums out now, and it's made up of a lot of guys who are just big names in Nashville. It's really interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us more a little bit about the band itself then. The Nashville Tribute Band. Obviously they play, I'm assuming, popular music from Nashville?
Sort of.
Sort
you
of?
would think that. They're an LDS group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're an LDS group, and they're all professionals in Nashville.
Okay.
So they're all guys who have paid their dues, and they do a lot of stuff. And it's kind of a rotating, traveling circus of different musicians. But at the helm is Jason Deere, and he's a big writer, producer in Nashville. And he's worked with guys like Lady Antebellum, Trace Adkins, Shadazy. All
big names.
Yeah, lots of guys, lots of people. And I think he wrote the song Honky Tonk Badonkadonk.
Really?
Trace Adkins, yeah. Which you wouldn't expect from an LDS guy. But it's really kind of funny. But you've got him, and you've got Ron Saltmarsh, who's also really big over there, Dan Truman, who's in the band Diamond Rio, and Catherine Nelson, who's also an actress. She starred in there was a movie called Emma Smith, My Story, where she played Joseph Smith's wife. She's releasing an album, actually right around the time of the concert, and she will be here too, performing some songs off of that. So it's gonna be really cool. These guys have been in the industry for years. They've been doing lots of music stuff, and Jason Deere just kind of rounded everyone up and said, let's make some music, and they did. And so they've got 3 different albums out now. One of them, the first one, is called Joseph Smith Tribute to the Prophet, and it's Nashville type music, country type, bluegrass type music, paying tribute to the story of Joseph Smith and what happened to Joseph Smith and the restoration of the gospel. Then later they came out with a second album called Trek, where they paid tribute to the pioneers who crossed the plains. And now their third one that they've got out is about modern LDS missionaries. It's called The Work. So
so the word tribute in Nashville Tribute Band, Nashville is the kind of music, tribute is whatever they're paying tribute to, and obviously they're a band.
They're a band, yeah. And so it rotates, because they've got lots of different people that'll come in and do stuff and be part of the record, and then different people that'll perform with them. They've had Mindy Gledhill, who's she's a pop act. I know that she's based out in Provo. She's done stuff with them before. They've had I forgot the name of one of the groups of people that do it, but they have a huge roster of people that, when you look at the accomplishments that these people have done, they're huge.
Yeah,
it's amazing what these guys do, and the fact that they decided to just go and make music about their faith and family and all sorts of stuff. It's really cool that they get to go around and they get to share that with everyone. It's
some high caliber talent. So how do you get people like this who have put together this group, who are obviously based not in the Vernal area? How do you convince them to come out here?
I don't know. Really, I think that Levi just called up their manager and said, hey, we'd like to do an event, and this is what we're looking at. And in my experience, that's always the easiest way to do it. It's just make first contact and find out what their schedule's like. They're fitting this show that they're going to come here and do into their tour that they're already on. Wow. So for them, it's just kind of, one more stop to do. And then it was easy to fit in and make it happen. So.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find out all the details of how this, where and when and how, but we'll do that in the next segment, and we'll talk a little more about this awesome group, the Nashville Tribute Band. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Hear more from Brad Litton after this message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Hello, I'm Cy Hutt. I'm the CEO at Ashley Regional Medical Center. You know, these days you hear the word quality a lot in advertising, but there's a big difference between talking about quality and practicing it. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, quality means two things.
First, customer service. We hold ourselves accountable for giving each individual patient a positive healthcare experience. The results? In an inpatient satisfaction survey from the end of 2011, Ashley Regional scored better than 70% of U.S. hospitals. Second, quality is following nationally recognized clinical standards. The leading organization in America for setting and monitoring quality standards is the Joint Commission.
In fact, Medicare uses a Joint Commission to ensure that its policies and rules are in effect, to protect patient safety as well as improve treatment results.
Ashley Regional Medical Center has been Joint Commission accredited since 1996 and is the only hospital in Northeast Utah accredited by the Joint Commission.
So what does this mean to you? When you need hospital care, you can be confident that Ashley Regional is committed to and delivers quality care to you and your loved one.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Local Point. Joining me again in studio is Brad Litton talking about the Nashville Tribute Band, a band of some extremely talented people from the Nashville area, obviously, and they're coming here to Vernal, of all places, to have a concert. So, when, where? Give me some details.
It's going to be Wednesday, August 29th.
Okay.
And it's going to be at the Vernal Middle School Auditorium, and it's free.
And it's free.
And it's free.
It's free.
It'll be at about 7 p.m. is when it's going to start. Doors will open at 6.
Okay.
And then the concert starts at 7. Also, that day, they're going to have a meet and greet with the folks who are going to be here for the concert.
Where's that?
They're going to be at Gale's Office Supply. Nice. I think that is from 2:30 to 3 in the afternoon.
August 29th, 2:30 to 3. First, you're having a meet and greet, and I'm sure that you could probably get a CD signed that maybe you would purchase.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
And then that night, doors open at 6 o'clock at Vernal Junior High.
Middle school.
Middle school. Oh,
middle school.
Wow. Thank you for correcting me. Vernal Middle School, not the junior high. If you go to the junior high, you can go play in the fields, but the concert won't be there.
No.
At the middle school.
Middle school.
Now, since it's free, is it just first come, first serve? They're going to fill up the seats as much as they can?
Pretty
or you
much,
get tickets beforehand?
It is, I believe that there are tickets available because there are only so many seats.
All right.
In the auditorium, and the fire marshal doesn't like it if we just fill it as much as we can with standing room only. So details on that I'm not too sure on. Okay. I believe that
you could probably go to Gale's and find out.
Probably find out there at Gale's. But on Facebook we have an event group also. Okay. So if you get on Facebook and you look for the Nashville Tribute Band event that's coming to Vernal, there's contact there, information there that you can get a hold of too. Last I heard a rumor that maybe Bitter Creek Books will have some tickets. I'm not sure on everything though.
They typically do. They're usually up on all.
I know that the Mashburns did run into Jason Deere and talk to him about the concert. So.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we'll see.
So you got some extremely incredible talent coming into town to Vernal, and it's free. Yeah. Who do we have to thank for bringing them?
Well, two people in particular, really. My buddy Levi Mealy. It was kind of his big idea, and he got with Steve Jones that owns Golden Corral, and they got talking about it, and they decided to see what they could do to bring these guys into town and do a concert.
Right, and from what I understand, we had talked about earlier, this is part of a tour they're doing. They're just kind of stopping here along the way. I imagine that there are some expenses involved just for themselves to bring stuff out. And but you were saying that you and your father, Ron Litton, are going to be providing the sound portion of it.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. I mean, it seems like that'd be quite the endeavor. You have a big band come in, they say, hey, we're not bringing our equipment, we want you to provide it. What do you got to do?
Well, first we kind of get over our nervousness because they are a big group.
Yeah.
And they can have anywhere from 2 or 3 people performing a concert to all the way to 12 or 13, 14 people performing. And so when we first got the rider of the requirements of what they needed sound-wise, we looked at it and there was no way we could do it. We were like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Just overwhelming.
Yeah, but we found out that it's just going to be a few of them that are coming to town, and so it's going to be a lot easier for us to handle it. So there's a lot of logistics that way with handling equipment and running the equipment and all those things that are involved, that it can get to be a handful really, really quick. So,
but you've got it covered.
Now we do, yes.
Now that you don't have to go out and hire a group from Salt Lake to come help you out.
So yeah, it'll be a lot easier now. But it is still going to be a really good show. I mean, it's going to be awesome. The guys are just so talented. They just have talent bleeding out their ears. They're those kind of people that this is what they do. They are creative. They go out. They write music. They produce music. They perform, and that's what they do. So it's going to be a really great show with high caliber musicians that aren't as typical to get in Vernal. Right. Even though right now we've had quite a few concerts going on and more coming up. It's still really neat to have stuff like this coming in.
And you're going to have the best seat in the house. Behind the board.
Yeah, I guess so.
Switches and stuff like that. Okay, so again, let's make sure that everybody understands dates and times and where.
So August 29th, it's a Wednesday. And it's at the middle school. It's not at the junior high.
The junior high, the middle school.
Middle school in the auditorium, and it's free. Doors open at 6. Concert starts at 7. Should be really good.
Yeah. And meet the whole crew at Gale Office Supply at 2:30 that same day, August 29th.
Yep.
It'd be great. Brad,
super good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you doing this for us and bringing great talent into the Uinta Basin. And thank you all, of course, for watching today's show. That's it for now. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6. We'll see you next time.